Hello there everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. I am hanging out in the maker shed because as soon as we enter our house we are going to start giving out our candy for the Pumpkin Festival. I've already, of course, gone ahead and I've done a lot of the work that I had to do today. I took care of the animals and cleared out my fields. I've watered my trees for the last time in this year, which is kind of a nice relief. And I've kind of finished up all of the major important sort of end of season things that I can really think of doing. So I have a few things to talk about today, so let's just go to the house and start with the trick-or-treating thing. And I went extra fancy this year. I actually made something in my kitchen for the kids. I made this dish using chestnuts, and I mean all it took was just using a chestnut. Only required one ingredient, so it's not like it was really fancy, but I mean normally I just give them pieces of chocolate, which I also did buy because I wasn't sure if they were going to eat this. But I don't know, I guess I'm just in a nice giving mood. I feel generous, I suppose, so I've got lots and lots of options, and do remember that if this festival falls on a day that is not Friday, you can always go and buy chocolate from Chen. The kids do not show up first thing in the morning. They don't ambush you at 6 o'clock in the morning asking for treats. They will come to you the first time you re-enter your farmhouse. So if you forgot to buy the kids something, you can go to Chen's right in the morning and come back and then give the kids chocolate. And remembering too, of course, that this is a normal sort of festival day in the sense that all of the stores are open today. It's business as usual. Nothing is really out of the ordinary here except for that the kids are doing a little bit of trick-or-treating. And it's completely optional. You don't have to do this. And it is sort of nice because you can come and go as you please. You can give some candy and chocolate out, and then you can go do some more farm work or socializing or whatever it is you need to do. And then the event doesn't really end until you've been visited by all the kids. So I'm gonna go into the diner now in between Eliza and Witchkin because Nick has a sunstone for us. I came in here to give Chelsea her present and I couldn't give it to her because Nick had given me the sunstone and I wanted to catch that on camera. I have been giving him recipes, of course, periodically. I got the 40 recipes sunstone quite some time ago, so that was just his sunstone for friendship. And some of the new crops that I've been getting have been great for some new recipes, the spinach and the yams, as well as the eggplant. So I am going to give Chelsea her weed. I went and picked it especially for her because I am just that romantic. I'm just that type of nice guy. And I'm not really going to bother going out and foraging a lot today. I did a little bit of that. I can do it later if I want to. So I'm gonna go back to the house now, and I I do believe Witchkin is up next. Oh, nope, she's not. It's Potpourri, which was the change that I wanted to showcase in this video, because once you've unlocked Potpourri and she's visiting for the fall and winter season, she will actually come to the house and do some trick-or-treating. So she is the only adult in the village who will do this, which I find kind of cute. I think that's actually pretty sweet of her to just, you know, she loves sweets, and she's not too old to trick-or-treat, which I like, so. Apparently she comes before Witchkin. I could have swore that she came after. But anyways, so Witchkin is going to be our last child to visit. So when you are preparing for your last visitor, do remember that once that happens, and if you've given all the kids something sweet to eat, Felicia will invite you to a party at the Meadow, and that is going to make time go forward. So you want to make sure that you have put some stuff in your shipping box and you're not, you know, too upset about losing a little bit of time in the day. Another thing that I guess I forgot to mention, even though it's not really all that important, is that the dark green harvest sprite team came back yesterday. Hallelujah! They are back from their incredibly long 21-day resting period. So when we get into winter, we can start thinking about what else we want to build. We will probably get them to decrease the amount of lumber and use up some of our lumber. Today is a pretty chill day. I'm not too worried about losing any time on the clock here. Like I said, I've kind of done everything I wanted to do. So we will give Witchkin her sweet, even though she's very rude about it. Oh, you're lucky, kid. I still have one more piece of the homemade stuff that I made. Otherwise, I would have just given her a box of chocolate, but the kids cleaned me out. And I think I have shipped pretty much everything in my inventory I wanted to ship today. Oh, actually, I have some eggplant. I should ship those really quick. I'll keep a few. I don't think I have very many in my house for cooking, so I'll keep a few. But otherwise, let's go back into our house now. And Felicia will come and invite us to the party at the Meadow. And this is just extra. You don't need to trigger this. You don't need to go to the Meadow. You get a free food item, a free pumpkin-based food item, and you get additional friendship with everybody that's here. I can't be certain that you get any friendship with Felicia, but I know you do with the kids. And Karen's actually here. Well, look at that. Where did you come from? Oh, well, apparently she wasn't into trick-or-treating, but she was nice enough to come and hang out. That's a very, very nice of her. I can't remember what we got last year. I think we got the boiled pumpkin as our random food item. So I'm hoping we're gonna get the pudding, because that actually looks pretty good. Either way, this is just a short little event. Talk to everybody. And then when you're done, talk to Felicia. And what did we get? Oh, we got the cooked pumpkin again. Darn, I was kind of hoping for the sweet, but it doesn't really matter. So I guess that's pretty much the main point of the video that I wanted to do, was just to kind of show off that yes, Potpourri does attend the Pumpkin Festival when her and Karen are unlocked as visitors, but that was really the only change. It was exactly the same as last year otherwise. But hopefully we scored some friend points with some of the kids. I don't always give them gifts. I don't always talk to them every day, so it's kind of just easy heart points, which is kind of nice. And then I just want to take a brief look at our assets because we are on fire. I'm doing really, really well. You can see that I have boatloads of money. I almost have $200,000, which is pretty remarkable. We are now up to 14 sunstones, so we are slowly but surely inching our way towards those last few sunstones that we need. Nick's Friendship Sunstone was the last Friendship Sunstone, except for the one that we get from our child, which is going to be a very, very long time from now. It's probably going to be one of the last ones that we actually get, so our next goal is probably going to be to work on the animal-based sunstones, which we are well on our way to earning. So we've got lots of money. I have to go buy some pet food, but we do have some fodder for the barn animals to get them through the winter. We are now up to 4 chickens, 2 cows, and 2 sheep. And we also unlocked our cat. I currently have 344 pieces of lumber in the shed, but I do believe I've also got... I can't read that number. I think that's 80. 81. I've got 81 pieces in my inventory right now. So why don't we add that, and that gives us over 400 pieces of lumber to use, and I will probably be using that to upgrade my house so that we can get married, because that is something else that we are going to be doing hopefully very, very soon, and I'm very excited for it. So we have 425 pieces of lumber to work with. As you can see, I absolutely killed it in terms of money making this month. Yes, I spent a lot of money, but I had $100,000 worth of profit, basically, in the end. So the amount of money I spent did not outweigh the amount of money that I earned. And as you can see, just by me scrolling down through my revenue screen here, huge, huge amounts of money on some of these days. Some days I was making $20,000, $12,000, $8,000, $9,000. A lot of that is the steady flow of crops. That's most of what it was, but those maker machines has also helped me out a lot, especially on days when I can get milk into the cheese maker, I can get mayonnaise, and I can also get yarn all on the same day. So I'm very, very excited to spend some of this money because there's definitely a few things I can think of that we can use it for. And you can see here the new animals have to work up their heart levels, of course. They're just starting out, they're brand new. We've only had the one chicken for like 2 weeks, and we've had the other one for 2 days. But hopefully when year 3 rolls around, our girl Tifa here should be able to win us the chicken contest, or so I'm hoping, with the 8 hearts. Fingers crossed, that would be amazing. You can see that our cow actually has 10 hearts, which is pretty remarkable, seeing as how at the beginning of fall for the cow festival, my cow actually only had 7 hearts, so it's managed to earn 3 hearts in less than a month. And that was accomplished by putting the yellow Wonderfuls into the brush and also leaving it outside. Has a lot to do with it. Even our small Jersey cow, as an example, we've had this cow for about 2 weeks and it already has 2 hearts. Again, mostly due to the amount of wonderfuls that I have in the brush. So it's working wonders. I'm hoping that we're gonna completely smash the competition in the animal festivals next year. We now have all of our pets. Our cat probably isn't going to win the cat festival next year, but at least we'll be able to compete, which will be fun. And it was a great success for both our horse and our dog this year because we managed to win both of their festivals, which is fantastic. I've had the ducks working for me. You can see that their friendship is still steadily increasing as I give them fish and they go fishing for me in return, and I've been trying to leave out monkey food and other food items for some of the other wild animals, but again, it is a long, tedious process, especially if you don't have the favorite food of those animals. Moving right along here, I don't really have much to say in terms of cooking and fish. As you guys know, I do most of my fishing at festivals off screen just to save you the tedium. And I'm now up to catching medium fish, which is fantastic. And just to give you a good picture about how absolutely money-making the yams are, we shipped 170 turnips over a 2-year period. And turnips are very fast growing. They come in very quickly. And then if I scroll down to my yams, I have managed to ship 264 yams in a single season, which is just mind-boggling. So that is probably what I owe most of my money to. Yams aren't worth an incredible amount of money, but just because there's so many of them and they come every 3 days like clockwork. I had fantastic weather. I actually didn't have a lot of rain this season, which has been great. But I also did very well with my carrots and my spinach, and I managed to get a few rounds of eggplant, although it was definitely the slowest growing of my crops. And I've been trying to get out and give out gifts a little bit more when I have the chance. Denny, for example, now that I'm able to catch the medium fish, I can actually make him his favorite gift worth 800 friend points. I don't have to do that, but it's just something that I can do if I want to, and I have been giving him gifts. Some of these people are now at 5 or 6 hearts, which is fantastic. All of our bachelorettes, with the exception, of course, of Chelsea, would be ready and willing to accept our blue feather as soon as we have the opportunity to meet all the other requirements. We got to build our house first. But yeah, we're in good shape there. A lot of these villagers, I don't even talk to them very often, and I still have a decent amount of friendship with them, so I should be getting some more birthday gifts this year, I hope. And you can see Ganon has actually reached the full 10 hearts. So he's actually the first villager that has reached 10 hearts, which is pretty neat. And that's pretty much it, I guess. I can't really think of much else that I forgot to cover or that I didn't cover. But yeah, we really did a lot this month. We purchased, what was it, 4 animals, I think. We got a new cow, a new sheep, 2 new chickens. We have some makers to go into our maker shed. That's something we could probably blow some money on. And come wintertime, I'm going to have a lot of time, and I have some goals in mind. So I hope I will be keeping myself busy. It's always fun to watch the seasons change. It's always really exciting. So this is your very last chance. If you've made it to the end of this video with all of my talking and you're still listening, you still have time to vote in the Bachelorette poll if you have not done so already. Basically, I'm giving the viewers a chance to vote on which Bachelorette they think I should marry, so The girl with the most votes by the next video that I put up in the wintertime will be deemed the lucky recipient of my blue feather. That is who I will be marrying, and I am very, very excited to see that happen. So I will either leave a link in the video description or in a pinned comment, so click on that and register your vote. And I will be very much looking forward to looking at those results. And yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to end the year off with a bang. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Because, yeah, like I said, fall's probably been my best season yet. I was really on a roll. I really got things done. So I hope I can kind of continue that as we get into wintertime and sort of close things off. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.